everyone. Today I wanted to talk about the most affordable cities in Washington State, and let me hear what you think. If any of you are from Washington or live in Washington, and let's dive in, because I've been wondering, the reason I wanted to look into this because Yakima, live in Yakima, and I'm like, I have been seeing tons of traffic and different states plates lately, and the apartments are going up like crazy. So I've been trying to figure out what is going on and what are the most affordable cities, and if Yakima falls into that category. So let's see. They say Sunnyside, which is not too far from Yakima, about an hour away, and they say Sunnyside's is a good place. I think it smells like cows in Sunnyside, but they do have a Walmart in Sunnyside. I gotta say that. And then they say the average income for the people there is $42,000, roughly $42,000 a year. And so if you like Sunnyside, and Grandview is also another one. I know they have a college in Grandview because that's an extension of Yakima Valley College in Grandview. It says the average household income in Grandview is $37,000, and that Grandview is closer than Sunnyside to Yakima, Washington. And if you don't know where Sunnyside and Grandview is, that's the eastern side of Washington State. And yeah, like they say that the income is roughly $37,000. And then they also named Moses Lake. And when I think of Moses Lake, I also think of Soap Lake. It says their average income is approximately $51,000 for a household. And so, but if you ever been there, I feel like it's a small town. And this is, this is the nice part if you like being around the water. Moses Lake has about 120 miles of shoreline. So I'm just saying, if you like water, that would probably be a good spot for you. But maybe if you live or your work's not too far away, but I can just definitely see someone traveling to get to work, because Moses Lake it's out there. I'm just saying. And then they talk about Kelso. Kelso, average income for Kelso is $33,000 a year. So if you notice, that's a lot less than like $42,000. So, and I'm not even sure what poverty is, right? I should look that up real quick. What is poverty level of poverty level annual income? Washington, let's see what it says. Washington State. Let's see what poverty is. We're about to find out right here. As soon as I look this up. Because I know our minimum wage is $16.28 here in Yakima, Washington. It says the household for one is $18,000, for two is $25,000 household, right? And so if you want to look at those numbers compared to what cities we're living in, so it says, so Kelso is $33,000, so it's right there at about a 3-person annual income is the type of range that you get in Kelso. Now let's talk about Cheney. Cheney, I've been to Cheney. I like Cheney. I feel that it is a small place. The average income is $28,000. So you're right. In the 2-people household, poverty level is what Cheney is. But I feel that it's a quaint place to visit. And also they have different parks there, and they have the Cheney farmer markets and Eagles Hub. They have a whole bunch of different stuff there. It's definitely, I feel like it's more of a tourist kind of place versus a place that you actually live. Spokane, my friends. I used to live in Spokane for a few years. I lived in the valley of Spokane, and I absolutely love Spokane. It says the average income is for a year for household income is 50,000. So now you're reaching past the income for it says poverty is 45,000 for a person in five member household. The income would be 45,000. So you're right above poverty as well. But I feel that it's such a growing city, and you have the parks, you have the lakes, you have you do have the shopping centers. It's a big, and it's spread out, and so you do have the quaint spots, and then you do have the bigger city feel as well. I personally loved Spokane. I felt like the people were very warm versus Seattle, Washington. That's just a different vibe over in Seattle compared to Spokane, but I love Spokane. Okay, there it is. Now, this answered my question. Yakima. They consider Yakima a medium place. The household is the medium household number that the average income. Sorry, I'm over here stuttering everywhere. 44,000. So let's see what that brings us. Right below poverty level, like for a household of 4, the poverty level is 39,000, and the household of 5 is 45,000. So this is right below 5 at 44,000 the income. And I feel that, yeah, it might be a growing place for the agriculture's workers that we have here. Absolutely, hands down. However, if you're not into that, I think it's very hard if you don't have like some kind of degree or skill. I feel that Yakima is very hard. Like in the medical field, there's a lot of jobs, like but as far as your just everyday jobs, I just feel that they're sometimes far and few in between. And then we have the problem of the homelessness here in the Yakima Valley as well. They've tried to implement resources and they really tried to focus in on that and put their money where that goes, but it's still a very big issue in Yakima. But what I do love about Yakima is that you can drive somewhere else. You can work here in town, or work or live here in town, and then you can work somewhere else. And when you live here, it's not very far from water. It's not very far from the mountains. It's not very far from the hills. It's not very far. It's kind of centrally located. And so that's why I do love Yakima, is because it is centrally located. So, and I have family roots here in Yakima. But okay, but as far as it being the affordable, let's talk about what that looks like. As you know, that I paint houses for a living, and let's really talk about what that looks like, because I know like a 1-bedroom is going for like $950 these days. A 2-bedroom is $1,100. Minimum wage here in Yakima is $16.28. So I don't know, do you find that to be affordable? Let me know. I'm not sure. I just think everything's really expensive right now. But tell me what you think. If you think for a 1-bedroom and $950 is a good price, or a 2-bedroom $1,150 is a good price, yeah, please let me know. Also, they are referring to Pasco. Have you noticed that I haven't seen any Western Washington that is good to live in? All these have been Eastern Washington. And so we're going to go to Tri-Cities to Pasco. Pasco has a better average as far as the income. It says 62,000. So if we look at our little chart here for the poverty, 62,000 is between 7 and 8 for household income, right? 7 or 8 is your household. And between 59 and 65 is poverty, and this one's 62. So it's still low, but it's a lot better than Yakima and those other Cheney, right? So 62,000, and I know that there's so much to do there. And Tri-Cities, Pasco is Pasco, Kennewick, Tri-Cities, Pasco, Kennewick. What's the other one? Pasco, Richland. And there's Richland as well. So is part of those. So Pasco, as far as Pasco living in, yes, I can see it to be an affordable place to live. and then Walla Walla and Shelton. And I'm going to mention these two cities. And if they are, this is my own opinion, and if they are affordable to live in, let me explain why, in my opinion. It's because there's state penitentiaries right in those areas. And Walla Walla State Penitentiary, Shelton Penitentiary. I'm just saying, oh my goodness, like, would you feel comfortable living near a penitentiary or having a huge penitentiary across the street from you, or in the same neighborhood across the grocery store from you? And it's literally like that. I definitely know it's literally like that. So it says Walla Walla, 50,000 is the income. So Walla Walla is between 5 and 6 of your household income. If you have a household of 5 or 6, it's 45 to 52,000. And then I wonder how many of these people of this income are not part of those institutions, if that's where a lot of the jobs are derived from, is working at the facility. Do they live in the same city as their facility that they work at? So that's what those are just kind of things to think about. And I'm just doing my research. I'm just doing a little bit of research. So this is just the numbers and the facts that I'm getting. And then I put my little 2 cents in. Okay, Shelton, my friends, 40,000 is their household income. And if we do that, if we look at the between 4 and 5, if your household size, 40,000 blends right in the middle of that. So between 39 and 45. So 40,000 for a household income. And I don't know what to say. It says Shelton offers local and wide range of recreational activities. Nearly surrounded by water, it offers freshwater lakes for boating and fishing, as well as endless hiking trails and famous Olympia National Park. So if you don't mind the prison being there and you want to do all those things, then yeah, it's fantastic. Cities with the best home price income to ratio, that would be as far as best home price to income ratio, the best one would be Richland. I was telling you about that in Tri-Cities. It's Richland. And so that is something to think about too, that cities with the best home price to income ratio is Tri-Cities, and it's also Aberdeen and Sunnyside as well. So anyways, I just want to come on and share with you. Please leave your comments of what you think, or how much do you think is expensive, or what. Please, let's just talk about it, because I know that money is a part of life, and it is a life of counts and growing pain, and it is a hard topic to talk about, but hashtag no judgment here. Yeah, let's hear what you have to say. All right, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.